Hello, welcome back to LIVENODING. Today, November prompt is fluffy, so I could try to make like a fluffy cloud, but that's too obvious. So I'm basically like here I'm recreating a basic version of Blender hair or fur. So what I got so far is something like this. I mean, it's kind of fluffy. I mean, there's this opacity going on, so I'm using a little bit of shader trick. Underneath is just a bunch of cylinder that's kind of making ray from. Currently it's a bit random. If I get rid of the randomizations, yeah, it's just like a bunch of cylinder coming out from icosphere. I can make it less. So it's originally it's just an icosphere and kind of like a emanating from an icosphere points. And I have this guy, so you can kind of control the beginning and the end of the cylinder, or it could be like a hair clump. I know it's not absolutely perfect, but you get the idea. You can make changes to this. Oh yeah, I think it's tracking it the wrong way. Probably better now, or I should have instanced this guy from the face of the icosphere. So I'm using the points, and yeah, currently the matrix normal just does not understand what's going on. But anyway, the idea is to get this kind of result, and I can have more. So it's more or less like a kind of like a fluffy cloud or fluffy explosions. And for each explosion, I'm using a shader here. I'm using the object's positions, calculate the length and multiply it, so I can control the ramp. And this also can be improved so that each and every cylinder have the ramp properly. So currently it's not absolutely correct, but the basic idea is here. So I'm also controlling the alpha of each cylinder over here. So if we go back to the original setup, if I get rid of the randomizations, save as, we have something that's similar to Blender hair or fur rendering. So with the setup itself, let me explain again. So I started with an icosphere, and I'm instancing a bunch of cylinder using matrix apply. So matrix apply is actually very good and very fast compared to if you just plug in the matrix directly into mesh viewer. If you use matrix apply, you can have 10,000 instance and still kind of fast. You can go up to 100,000 objects. Still, it's going to be pretty fast. And then here with the ramp, we can set this up with different color. So it's very easy. Shader. You can create another color ramp and colorize each and every cylinder. A little bit like fur. I know it's not, there isn't much. I mean, you could make an adjustment so this result could look better, and you can have control over each hair, hair strands. But this is the basic idea. So it's kind of like a fur because of the alpha. So I think it's not that bad. Can be improved. So I can make it more fluffy. It's just a cylinder, nothing much. I can have the cap at the end of the cylinder, kind of covering that area there, if you want it to be like that. The more interesting thing here is that if you start to randomize the cylinder, it's gonna look completely different. It's a bit like, it's almost like a kind of like a painting, like an explosion. Maybe it's a good quick explosion. Stop this. If I randomize the cylinder over here, what we're gonna get? It's like a clump. It's a little bit abstract, but I kind of like it as well. It's not bad. So this is the, I believe this is the alpha that we can tweak. White is 100% opacity. So this looks fluffy. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this result. And this can be baked as well. So there you go. That's a quick look into how we can make something that's kind of fluffy. I think Blender hair is really good to make all kind of fluffy shader. The next one is paint. Okay. Anyway, thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.